Hello guys, my name is Lady Rose Madisha. Welcome back to my channel, you darlingtons. Welcome back guys, and if you happen to be new and you happen to run into this channel, please kindly watch till the end and decide that you can subscribe and become a darlington. So guys, in today's video I'm gonna be as you can see, I've rocked a face bead, so we're gonna be doing a face bead. So it's gonna be step to step video. So yeah, I'm gonna take you through the process of making this beautiful beach child purr. So yeah guys, tag along with me, and please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and comment and tell me what you think about this yummy beat, because child, I know this beat is yummy. Okay, so I already applied moisturizer to my skin and serum, so now I'm basically brushing my eyebrows and going to apply powder on them so that they don't become oily when I draw them, you know. So I just want them to look slick, so I apply some powder, child. So now I pull up some strokes doing my eyebrows using a black eyebrow pencil. So you just want to go easy with the strokes, not hard, because you want them to appear as natural as possible. So I don't press in hard because I just want them to appear natural. I don't have much eyebrows at the end of, like, at the arch of my eyebrows. So yeah, my eyebrows are bushy in the front, but and at the arch I don't have a lot of hair, so that's why I draw a defined arch at the end so that they can look defined. So yeah, so you basically fill them in. You fill them in nicely. You don't press your pencil too hard so that they can appear dark. No, we're not doing that, child. Not in 2023, because we want them to look natural. Okay, so yeah, so all you have to do is just, you know, don't harden your pencil when you do your eyebrows. So now they're looking all good. Now we go in with the concealer in the color Fawn. So yeah, I use the brush that comes with that concealer. I don't normally put the concealer on the brush. I just put it, like, I just use the concealer's brush all the time because I find it's very easy to use. So I don't put much concealer on because I want it to appear natural, so I'm not going to put much of it. So yeah, I'm going on top with the concealer so that my brows can look polished and clean. I love this concealer so much. Never trade it for anything, child. When I don't have this LA Pro Girl concealer, I literally panic because it's my favorite. So yeah, so I'm just doing the other brow so that they can look very defined and polished and clean and beautiful, child. So yeah, so now I'm gonna clean the other brow. As you can see, I've cleaned the other one. So I'm gonna use a flat brush and brushing out the concealer down to my eyelids. You don't want to remove it all because you want it to appear slick. So all you have to do is just brush down. Osajaha, like, you know, take your time when you do your face so that your brows can look snatched, child. Be one snatched brows. Like, yeah, they have to look really good. So take your time. Never be in a rush when you're doing your eyebrows because you want them to look really good. So yeah, I used the brush. I didn't use my foundation. I just, as you saw, I used my concealer doing my eyebrows. So it doesn't matter. You can use your foundation, because I normally do use my foundation on the top of my eyebrows so that it can look natural and not a bit that light. So yeah, so now I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender sponge, and you know, I'm just gonna blend out that concealer so it's a banahala that much. So yeah, using the concealer, using the sponge, child, because the sponge, like, it does the things. Like, having a beauty, they call it a beauty blender, I call it a sponge, for goodness sake. Yeah, but basically, but having this thing it gives it a dense look, like it's just a perfect thing to have. So now I'm using my primer. As I told you earlier that I applied all my creams, so now I'm just going to put the primer so that the foundation can sit perfectly. So I'm using my brush to apply my primer. Basically, it's a bit thick. You just want to take your time so it can really go inside your skin, so that when you apply the rest of your stuff, it can sit, especially the foundation. So yeah, I guess I put a much what you call it, the primer. It's a bit much. I finished applying that primer. Oops daisy. So now I come with the color corrector for my under eyes. A bit dark, but lately I've been getting some sleep, so it's a bit better. So I applied the orange color corrector for my dark spots and my under eyes before applying my foundation and my concealers, and I used the same beauty blender to blend that color corrector out. Blend, blend, blend. The trick is to blend everything. Yeah, take your time. Take your time. Looking good takes time. Take your time, chill. Blend that thing out. So yeah. Now I'm gonna use my eye primer. As you can see, I'm using tape for my eyeshadows. So I'm gonna be applying the eye primer. Not that much, but basically you apply the eye primer so that your colors can pop out, you know, they can stick into your eyelids and they can show. And yeah, I'm using the beauty blender to blend that eye primer out. I want my eyeshadows to look slick, that's why I'm using the tape. So now I'm coming with the concealer, the Wet n White concealer, and I'm just gonna put that on top of my eyelids. So basically I do this all the time, the concealer, because I don't have the white one, so I use the lighter one of my concealers on my eyes so that my eyeshadow can stick and can pop. Usually people use the white one, which I really want to try it out because I haven't tried it out. But yeah, my Wet n White concealer really does the trick also. So it doesn't matter, just make sure you have the one that you prefer. So I usually buy the Wet n White lighter concealer. So now we're going to do the eyeshadows. So I want a bit of like a smoky eye type of look. So I'm just going to use black at the edges. Yeah. So I'm using black eyeshadow now. The trick here is to tap the color. You must just tap it in. Then you can blend it out. On the other eye. One thing I realized that our eyes are not the same size. The eyebrows are not the same size. So whenever you're just drawing on your face, just make sure you level them, you know, the same way. But they're not the same. But yeah, you can work with it. So yeah, I'm going for black color. It's a bit blingy, but I don't think you can see it that much because my lighting chill. But we're working on that. That's going to be fixed soon. So now I'm using the brown one to buff the edges out of the black, as you can see. So I'm doing it pretty fast, but You can normally do it in circular motions, one that works for you, but the trick is to do the circular motions. But I'm just doing it faster because yeah, I'm kind of like used to it. So I don't know, whatever techniques work for you. I'm not a professional makeup artist, I'm a self-taught makeup artist. So yeah, blending it out with the brown on the edges and on the top. I'm removing the tape now because now it looks good, child. Do you see that? Do you see those angles? Yeah, I know you see them. I know you see them. They look good. They look really snatched. So I decided to use a gold shimmery. Yeah, I decided to use this one. It's a bit gold, mustardy kind of shimmery color. So in order for you for the shimmery color like to show out, because like now I'm not doing cut crease, but I'm just joining the colors together, you need to tap it in. You need to really tap it in so that it can show. So yeah. Also, I'm not using the same brush. As you can see, this one is a bit smaller. The one that I was doing, the edge of my eyes, it's a bit bigger. So this one, it's a bit smaller. So they're not the same. But however, you can use the same. It's just as long as you clean them so that they don't mess up the desired look the desired color rather, that you want to use. So I'm going under my under eye with the brown, just to define my eye a bit. Yeah, I'm not using a dark color. So now that is done, going in with the foundation, my Revlon caramelo color. Yeah, applying it on my face now. It's not much, but yeah. And I'm going to use a fluffy brush. What you always have to, the trick is use a fluffy brush when you blend out your foundation. Like, it doesn't give it a rough look. It rather smoothens it out really well. So use a fluffy, not a hard brush, but a fluffy one. Take your time for it, take your time. Take your time. I think I put much on my forehead. I normally don't put much on my forehead. Try to make it a bit lighter because I'm going to use other products on my forehead. So yeah. Now I'm going to use my beauty blender. And I kind of didn't show you guys that I use my setting spray on the blender. So what that does, it makes your foundation, look more dense, look more defined, and not too much, because I don't want to look too much, but I wanted to like rather be a bit natural. So you blend that foundation out. So you don't put it under your under eyes, because as you can see, I applied the color corrector, but some people, they do it. It doesn't matter, but I prefer not to do it. So yeah, you blend that foundation out. So now I'm going to apply my concealers. First, I'm going to use the LA Pro Girl concealer in the color Fawn. Oops, a daisy. The water just came out of my concealer. Child, messing on my look. Damn. Okay, now back to it. Applying the Fawn concealer. So this one is a bit darker, not that dark, but just slightly. Yeah. So I put it at the edge, to lift. This technique is to lift your eyes up. Some. So now I'm using the Wet n Wild lighter one. This one is my color. So I put it at the edge of my eyes because my under eyes, I want them to look a bit brighter. So I mix them up a little bit also at the edges. Mix it also on my chin. I think I want it to appear a bit brighter on those areas. So yeah, that works perfectly for me. Took a clean sponge beauty blender, and now I'm blending it out. You want to take your time when you do this, because when you don't take your time, it might crease, you might doing it wrong, it might not blend out and look polished. Take your time so that your makeup can look flawless. So now, oopsie daisy, I'm using my Revlon dark color. It's a color dark brown, so I'm going to use it to contour. So what I'm basically doing is applying a smalling and a small portion of it on my forehead and the cheeks. And I'm gonna go on my nose, the bridge of my nose, to contour my nose. Then I'm going to use my brush to brush out that foundation out, especially on my hairline, because if I just left my foundation on my forehead, it was going to look a bit lighter and untidy. So what the contour does, it brings a warmth to your face. Then when you use a darker color for contouring, it just makes it look really perfect and neat, especially on your hairline. So we're blending that out with the contour brush. So I feel that I need to blend it out with a beauty blender. The beauty blender just finishes everything. Just combines everything perfectly. And my absolute fave. have those harsh lines, you remove them. Blend, blend, blend. The technique is blending. Blend it all out. And then I'm going to take the contour brush. I normally use this brush only on my nose hair, like, yeah. Beauty blender, beauty blender. You understand? This thing is like a miracle worker, I'm telling you. It does everything so perfect. I don't know what I'll do without it, honestly. Look, like, imagine, like, hello, hello. Now I come in with the banana powder, and I'm gonna bake my face. So I'm not using the light white one, but the banana one. And I'm gonna bake my face. Pulling my face up. I'm gonna cut those cheeks, child. I'm gonna cut them. I'm ready for them. Cut that thing out. Cut it. Would you look at that? Now, I decided to go with a red lippy. And I'm using the red eyebrow. No, it's not eyebrow. Red pencil for my lips. Before I apply the red lippy, I want to give my lips a shape because I already have beautiful lips, don't you think? Kidding, but yeah, I think I have beautiful lips. Then I'm gonna use the Maybelline red lippy, my absolute fave. Look at that color, like, child, honey, so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh, I stained my teeth. Nasty. Now I'm gonna brush out the banana powder. I usually put my darker powder on it when I remove it, but today I just decided not to. Just want to remove it because, yeah, I put it there for quite some time. So what I'll do is use it after removing the powder. Look at that, child. Look at that skin. Like, guys, my skin, like, makeup just makes my skin look more flawless. I must admit, I have good skin. I have good skin. Yeah, I do. It's not perfect, but I have good skin. So now I'm going to take that angle contour brush because I feel like my nose doesn't show that much. So I want it to be more defined, you know, so that my nose can really look like it's contoured. Yeah. It's amazing what makeup can do. Look, it makes your nose look literally thin. And I have a big nose. Wow. Amazing. Then I'm going with my smudge press powder, and then I'm gonna just go over the banana powder because I don't want it to appear too light, but yeah, I just want it to look a bit natural, not too light. It does the trick. And now I just use a darker powder for my forehead and contour on my cheeks. So now, child, my favorite, I took an orange blush, not pink, but orange, because child, now we're using orange. We don't use pink. We're using orange, but you can use pink. You can do you, but I prefer the orange one. Like the orange, like it makes you look like that girl. Like, I don't know. I just love it. It's amazing. Just bring it up to my forehead, you know. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Look at that. Child. It's amazing. Now, going in with the bronzer. Put it right at the tip of my nose. Oh, I put a bit much. You can use a brush here, but I normally use my fingertips, you know, just to blend it out. Yeah. You can use a brush, you can use your fingers. And then I go in with on my cheek with the bronzer. Oh, look at that. So yummy. Blend it out. Now I'm gonna use my eyebrow pencil on the eyelid of my under eye. I'm not gonna use so much because I believe like I have this permanent. I must just do my eyes before so that I can show you. I have a liner, like a permanent liner on its own on my eye. I don't know, but I've always had it, but I just feel like I should just go over it again so that the eyebrow can open my eyes. But yeah, now I'm doing a beauty spot, my ultimate fave. Like this one is the one. Child, look at that. Hey, Rasileka. Now, also my favorite, the blinks. You see what I did there? Girl. So I'm going to put the other one on the right side of my eye because now we're playing around. We're being artistic now. Just put it there. Yeah. And then now I'm going in with my lashes. And then I'm applying magnetic glue on the lash. You have to leave it for a while so they can be tangy. Don't apply it immediately because the lash glue takes time. It's just a mission and a half. It's not my favorite part because I really struggle sometimes to put it on. But when I put it on someone, when I'm doing a client, it's so easy. But for me, you see, as you can see, I've already cut those lashes. I cut them in half because I don't want them to be like, I don't know. I just like cutting them in half so that they can look a bit chic. And I think they look a bit, I don't know. I think they look good when I cut them in half. Sorry for the mirror, guys. The lashes was giving me trouble. So yeah, I normally put my mirror down on my laps when I do this because now I'm standing. So yeah, so it becomes a bit hard when I'm standing. So now after I've applied those lashes, look at that. Now I go in with the mascara and I do my lashes at the bottom. Now we're done. Coming in with the setting spray. Then I'm gonna spray my face. Okay, didn't come out right. Oh my god, putting it the wrong place, but it's enough. So the setting spray holds your makeup for the rest of the day because it's very hot. And yeah, you just, okay, now my makeup is finished. Child, let me give you a face. Modeling. I don't know what you call it, but here it is. Ooh, child. Would you look at that? So guys, tell me what you think with the rest of my look. Please comment down below and I'll put all the products that I've used in the description box. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and don't forget to comment. And I'll see you on my next video. I love you guys.
Loose change for getting down.